Hi, friends and fam. I was guided to come on here today and talk about the moon in Taurus as I was in my meditation and doing my yoga poses and being in the sun. And I had this initiation into my body consciousness and this awareness that came in, especially over just how I've been living my life the last few days and how I've been living my life on the road. And it's very interesting, this relationship to the body and to food consciousness, because, I do practice health and wellness and alternative wellness, and practice, taking better care of the body, better care of this vessel, this vehicle, if you will. And I've noticed being on the road, it's a bit of a struggle to eat healthy unless you really pointed focus, take the time to, stop at certain places and go into the grocery stores, and you have to have, stuff to hold, especially I like mostly fruits rather. And so it's been a bit of a challenge to, be healthy on the road. So I have a few practices that I have that are very consistent that I can take with me anywhere. And that was using those trace minerals, those fulvic acid, which is the shilajit resin. I also use cell salts every day to help produce energy, the mitochondria in my cells that are electrical, that are bringing energy to my vessel, to my organs, to help my body repair. But what was coming up today for me in meditation and just deep reflection about, especially with the moon in Taurus conjunct Mars right now. So Mars is our action, the moon is our emotions, and Taurus is our body. And so taking action and feeling the need to really take care of this vessel, this vehicle. A lot of us, we have no problems when we hit certain mileage in our car. We have to change the filters, right? We have to get the tires rotated. We have to change the filtration system in the vehicle for it to keep running smoothly. And so a lot of us, I would just invite you to consider that the vehicle or the vessel operates, which is the body, very much in the same way. We need to change our filtration system. We need to clean out. If your car gets dirty, I travel a lot, so I'm constantly having to clean my vehicle, just from, eating on the road and dirt. I like to go out in nature, so I'm constantly bringing either sand in my car or something. And so I want to keep it clean, right? Because it feels better to be in a clean vehicle. And the vehicle that we ride consciousness or ride these waves in this dimension, in this realm, in the material plane, is through our bodies. So I would invite you to explore, how are you changing your filtration systems? How are you cleaning out your vessel, your vehicle, your body? Fasting is a great way to explore, just with holding food for a day, what that can do to reset your whole system. That's incredible. The moon's going to be conjunct the North Node tomorrow, and Uranus, which is about new and changing things up. The North Node is about what we've come to learn. So this is an invitation for you to explore and learn how to be in your body different, how to take care of your vessel in a new and different way, and have a different relationship and understanding about your body and what it does. I mean, the heart, you never have to tell it to beat. It just does it. The filters in our kidneys and our livers, I mean, what it does, it creates a filtration system, so everything that we're consuming with, it gets filtered through these spaces. So can we support the filtration system by either fasting or doing some form of cleanse, a juice cleanse, whatever it is? This is your alchemy. This is your journey to explore what that means for you. Now, I have to really talk about, everybody has an opinion on what's good for the body. And I respect that. I honor that. Hey, I have my own opinion about what's good for my body, right? But this is a self-exploration. This is something that you have to go in and deep dive within yourself. Yes, there are teachers and beings that we really respect that are doing certain things, and they're living certain lives, and they carry themselves in the vessel a certain way that inspires us to want to be that way. And so maybe for those of you that are in this food journey, the food game of how to take care of yourself, how to nourish and your vessel, which of course Venus is in Cancer right now. So it is all about the nurturance and the support and the unconditional love. How can we give that to ourselves? through our alchemy, which is food, which is drink, right? These are all alchemic tools that we use, and there's constant chemical processes happening within the body. And yes, while we all have similar organs, we all have the liver and the heart and the lungs, right? We have these basic that are the universal. We all have to have them to live. Our alchemy is different based on our genetic disposition. This is my own personal consideration for my body and how I operate and maneuver with my vessel. And so I have explored veganism. I've explored, fruitarianism. I'm actually looking into breatharianism because I think that's amazing. Just that there's alchemic and chemical reactions that only happen when you're in the sun, right? So these are divine explorations that I'm pursuing right now for me, for my vessel, for my inner gnosis to be invoked and a deeper remembrance of how to take care of my body. And, I was introduced to the body being able to support and handle itself when I was a kid. I'd cut my finger, and in a few days I could see that the cut was healed. So I know innately that the body is meant to heal itself. There is just this deep knowing within me, and I want to remember that. So what I'm doing is I'm going back to the ancestors. I'm going back to the roots, the parts of my ancestry that did do it right. And they alleged these things. They wrote about them. These certain herbs do certain things for the body. Certain plants invoke certain things to happen within the body to help it heal, to support its own self-healing process. This is why, for those of you guys know, that I'm obsessed with essential oils. Essential oils to me was a game changer because that is my medicine. Like, I don't have health insurance. I travel around and I carry my oils with me, and that is the insurance that I need. As I'm learning more deep diving within my body, I'm actually going to take a class on anatomy and physiology and just learn more about my systems, from what's been taught already, but also go in and do the deep dive and have a relationship with my body, my own personal intimate relationship with my body. And so, let me just take a breath here because there's a lot that wants to come in today. My body's speaking very loud. She wants a voice. How do we speak to our bodies? And this is another point of reflection that came in really strong. How do we see ourselves? How do you see your body as just something like your car? I guess you can look at your relationship with your vehicle, right? Go in and look to see, is your car clean? Is it dirty? How do you treat your car? Do you run it to the ground, or do you take care of it? These are just points of reflection that are coming in now, because what I'm inviting you into is to explore having a different relationship with your body, speaking to your body in a different way. Seeing the mirror technology, looking in a mirror, that's a very tricky technology because what's being perceived is also based on what's being projected. And we know a lot of that default has been based on judgment and just non-truths, but that's something to explore within yourself about the whole mirror thing. But what do you see when you look in a mirror? What do you say to yourself when you're talking to your body? Do you even talk to your body? Do you acknowledge that your body is its own sentient being? It has its own cellular structure. Again, your heart beats for you. You don't have to tell it what to do. It has this innate wisdom, this ability to regenerate and heal. But do we know the tools, the technology, the pharma around us, the pharmaceuticals, which is from the farms, which is from nature? There's a reason why there's so many side effects to pharmaceutical medicines, because they take the aspects of nature and the chemical constituents of nature, but then they add additives and synthetic things that the body doesn't recognize. The body recognizes nature. The body recognizes flowers and plants and herbs. It knows what to do with it innately. But as you start using pharmaceuticals and they start putting these synthesized other elements into our medicines, the body doesn't know what to do with it. And that's why there's so many side effects. And that's why there has to be, a lot of warning signs when you're using these deep pharmaceutical medicines. Now, I'm not saying all pharmaceuticals are bad. I had a surgery back in 2015 and I need pharmaceuticals. I needed anesthesia. I needed, whatever else they put in my body to remove this tumor that I had. But that was also my invitation and my initiation into essential oils, because that was the only thing that helped me heal from that surgery. So this is another invitation for you to explore essential oils in a deep way. It's all about vibration and frequency and resonance. And for me, oils show and reflect that they are perfected state. They have their own geometry. They have their own mandalas and frequencies that are perfect in nature, and my body knows what to do with it. So for those of you who haven't checked out the Live Zen Astrology, I actually posted it was like an 18-minute classroom style offering to you guys about elementals, numerology, and essential oils, and what each day of the week is represented or ruled by a planet. And each of those planets have characteristics. They have corresponding gemstones, colors that you can wear, essential oils on body placements that you can use. So there is a system to this thing. If that's another reason why I love astrology, because it helps me tune into my own innate wisdom using planetary energies. Planets produce plants. Okay, so there's a deep dive there for you to go into your own journey exploration about that. But that's what astrology provides for me, is an invitation to know myself, to learn myself in a knowledge and a skill in a way that is it's beyond understanding. It requires a deep dive into the nature that's around you as a reflection of a nature that's happening within you. And again, that comes from my belief system, that comes just from my deep inner knowing and exploration of self and consciousness in this way. So I just wanted, again, to invite you to explore while the moon is in Taurus. Now the moon, it's in each sign for 2.5 days. So it just came into Taurus. Again, right now it's conjunct Mars. So taking action on the body, taking action on the food that you eat, exploring what that means for you. No judgment. If, for those of you in the keto realm, for those that are in the vegan realm, it's all perfected state. It's based on your alchemy and your exploration of how to take care of the body. But just bringing awareness that the body does need to be cleaned out, just like our vehicles, just like our cars. As we're traversing this plane of consciousness, we need to better understand that the vehicle, the body, is its own being. It's its own life force. We are part of it. Yes, we are connected, but it wants to be treated and honored. It's a temple. How do you treat your temple? Do you take off your shoes before you come into yourself, right? These are just points of reflection to explore as you're learning the food game, what works best for you. Body consciousness, how we speak to ourselves, which therefore means how we speak to others. So these are just invitations to, while the moon is in Taurus conjunct Mars, and take action. Go out and move the body. I know some of us, the word exercise is a trigger word. So movement, just take a walk in nature. Or, jump up and down on a trampoline. That's fun. That also gets the lymphs moving and drainage going, and anything to move the stagnation that we might be experiencing, since a lot of us are starting to work from home now. We're behind our computer screens a lot. It's still good to be mindful to move the body, move the vessel, clear out that filtration system. That's what movement allows. Go and have a nice sweat. Do some yoga. I love stretching. To me, flexibility is the key to longevity. And that's another point that I'm exploring as I'm deepening my practice with yoga. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you want to go check out the Live Zen Astrology page for that classroom that I did with the elementals, numerology, and astrology, that's an offering there. That was my first attempt at technology with the Zoom. And so it got a little glitchy there, but there is some good information there about the days of the week, the planets that represent them, the numerology, the colors you can be wearing to support you, and also the essential oils and the body placements that represents. So that's an offering that I put up there on my page. And thank you guys for following me, for liking, subscribing. I am on YouTube now. So if you want to go and you feel compelled just to share energy and to support me in this way, if you want to go and like my page, that would be amazing. And again, thank you for journeying with me as I'm traversing these realms of consciousness and sharing information as it comes in the way I see it. And it's in my hope to help and to assist humanity, because I really am a lover of humanity. I want all of us to thrive, because we all are connected. We all are one. And when you thrive, I thrive. And I just want a better experience of this world. And so I want to create a better experience for you and for myself. And again, thank you for your time, for watching. I appreciate you. Enjoy this day, and this moon in Taurus. Go take care of yourself. I love you guys. Bye.